Hey, what's up? Thought about playing It's Been a While by Strain as I sat down to start the video because it's been a while since I made a video, and that would be the joke. No, I haven't posted in a while, and I want to say it's because I've been waiting for the absolute perfect thing to make a video about. Like, I won't half-ass anything, but I would just be lying. I would just be straight up lying. I was just lazy and procrastinating as per usual. I need to stop doing that? Yes. Has knowing that fact ever stopped me from doing that? No, I would say the opposite has happened actually. But I think you could argue that I did also manage to find the perfect topic to make a video about, so why don't we just get all the way off my back? How about that? If you know me, you know that I, like all 24-year-olds, love realtors that make music videos because I just can't seem to stop talking about them. What's not to love? There are a few things more exciting than buying a home. That's me assuming. I've never actually had to do it before, but I've heard it's pretty exhilarating. People always seem to note the home buying process is the best part of the process. Once the papers are signed and the furniture's in place, people are always like, God, I wish we could go through the banks again, and I wish we could deal with that pushy realtor to go back. And I can't wait to live that. I personally cannot. And I think it's fair to say that that process goes hand in hand with the music industry.
Thanks, boys, just like that.
It's a natural combo. That's why we're seeing so many of them pop up. Everyone wants to hop on the trend. The Property Brothers, they're the OGs. People call them the godfathers of real estate music, kind of like Dr. Dre is to like West Coast hip hop. And for good reason. They created an entirely new genre. But I think I may have found the next generation of real estate musicians that are ready to catapult this genre into the stratosphere. And its name is Scott Henderson.
It's Scotty.
Scott Henderson used to be a simple real estate agent. All he wanted to do was sell homes in the Kitchener-Waterloo, Ontario area of Canada, actually the city I went to school in, and he wanted to do it in a professional manner. A simple dream for a not-so-simple man. A quick visit to Scott's YouTube channel will show you that this guy, he just wanted to sell houses by the book, but he just couldn't stay in between those restrictive lines of real estate content. It's not an easy line to toe. In his first few videos, he's just showing the listings like any typical real estate agent would do for potential buyers. Standard stuff. You know, he was playing their game. He was doing what all typical real estate agents do, but Scott Henderson's not a typical real estate agent, and that's the problem. It was clear from the beginning that he was drawn to the glitz and glamour side of the entertainment industry, and he could do much more than just rattle off the stats of a 2-bedroom, 1-bath home in a great neighborhood. You know, he's more than that. There was a way to merge these two passions into one. He was just dipping his toes in the water with a get-to-know Scott Henderson video, which I recommend to anybody if you're looking to follow in the same footsteps and want even a shred of humility in class, because he just excels in it. After what I can only assume were months spent in front of the whiteboard trying to figure out his next moves, he stumbled across the thing that would take his brand to the absolute moon. Songs and videos for his listings. It's really the kind of stroke of genius you used to hear about a lot, but don't see a lot of anymore. The kind you read about. A eureka moment for my Archimedes stans watching. Now, it's one thing to generate an idea of that magnitude. It's an entirely different thing to execute on the same scale. Well, here's your first lesson in the School of Hard Scots. Learn to expect greatness. Write that down. It'll be on the goddamn test. Take a look at this guy's debut video.
Yeah. Okay. Haha. It's Scotty. Welcome to Breslau. 31 Townsend. Unit 46.
Condo living means maintenance free. This is a home that you're gonna want to see. 2-car garage and a driveway too. Fits 2 cars.
And your guests can park too.
Fucking yeah. Yeah, Scott, I'm all in. For starters, that's the coolest blazer I've ever seen, and it's not very close at all. Secondly, could not be a bigger fan of the artist name Realtor Scottie H. He's adopted an entirely new persona for his art, and that's commendable. They call that a dedication to the craft when you have to play a character like this.
Come on inside, there's so much to see. Great layout, so open and free. Here's the living room to talk about your feelings. OMG, how high are the ceilings? Kitchen island and counter space. Able to cook at life's crazy pace. Open kitchen, oh I love the feel. But what about the appliances?
The stainless steel.
What you've probably noticed by now in the song is that Realtor Scottie H isn't just rapping over the beat. He's actually kind of mostly rapping off the beat. But no, he isn't just rapping over the beat. He's also just leaving gaps in the recording that he's going to pick up later.
Open kitchen, oh I love the feel. But what about the appliances?
The stainless steel.
That's something you see artists do once they get more comfortable in the booth, right? That's not like a debut track type of thing. But I think it's pretty clear that the booth feels like home to Realtor Scottie H. And since homes are where he puts his work in to begin with, there's some kind of layered double meaning thing there about work and home that I'm not going to expand on. As the song goes on, Scott loses a little bit of steam with his flow, but I mean, that's you can forgive that. Again, it's his debut track.
It's Scotty.
Synchronize your Timex, come see this listing. Bring offers and checkbook. Double fisting. Condo living is maintenance free. The sketchy song is by Scotty.
His ad-libbing is also phenomenal. Like him saying,
It's Scotty.
just makes me think of Travis Scott saying,
It's lit.
I also just love the way he moves in his music videos. It just seems so natural. Like, I feel like if the camera wasn't even on him, Scottie would just be doing this. It's Scottie doing Scottie. Imagine you and your wife or whatever are looking to buy a home. You're doing your due diligence. You're looking all over the internet and stuff, like the whole shebang. You're doing your research. It's happening. Now imagine, put yourself in this scene. You've saved up your money. You've talked it over with family and friends, people close to you, and you're going to pull the trigger. You're going to become a homeowner. So you start by doing research on all the neighborhoods, the type of houses you guys want to live in, like what features need to be nearby, like what amenities. And you've narrowed your search down to the Kitchener-Waterloo region of Ontario, Canada. Great. Almost there. So now you start looking for a realtor and different listings in the area to see if there's anything that fits what you're looking for. And the first listing you stumble across is Scottie coming out of the gate hot with a beat behind him. Yeah. If it were me, I would have the deed signed before I got to the chorus. The confidence I have in that purchase would be insane. So yeah, that's Scottie fucking Henderson. He's that guy and always will be. I'll tell you one thing, he's probably the only guy I know that can pull off making a fucking movie trailer to announce that he's having a kid. Baby Hendo is the perfect name for this. Like, I actually can't imagine anything else being used. That is so funny. That is exactly what my friends and I would call someone's baby if their last name was Henderson. Baby Hendo. He gets it. Since I've shown you what Realtor Scottie H is all about, I say we jump from his first video to his most popular one, which is safe to assume he's kind of mastered the craft at this point. We're going to see the evolution of his art on display. His initial attempt at his craft to when he perfected it. It's like watching Barry Bonds play t-ball and then a few minutes later watching him jam some needles in his ass and hit 73 home runs like it's fucking peanuts.
108 Bean. Is it Bean? Bean? Is it? It's Scottie. 4 beds, 2 baths, detached. Is it Bean or is it Bane? I don't care, cause this house is insane.
Oh my god, so the evolution is immediate. He gave this song a narrative with the street name dilemma. There's intrigue now. I'm intrigued. What is the name of the street? I have to keep watching to find out. He's hooked me. I do think it'd be funny to purchase a house that Realtor Scottie H has filmed a music video in. It's like traveling somewhere and then like seeing a movie location. It's like, oh my god, that's where so-and-so was. It's like, oh my god, that's where Scottie was sitting backwards on the toilet with his laptop, right where I'm pissing. Could honestly probably make all these listings a tourist attraction that you pay money to go to. You can bet your ass I'd be there.
Snap your bracelets, grab your fanny pack. Loving these homes that split in the back. Garage is finished floor, looks kinda roxy. Fancy stuff called 3-stage epoxy. What's under there? I don't mean to spy. Going 88 miles like a Marty McFly.
Okay, so this one's kind of unironically going insane. It was no joke when I said he mastered the craft. That Marty McFly line hit like hard. The ad-libbing at the beginning, rattling off the stats of the house, choreography and the camera movement when he says split in the back, dropping a Back to the Future reference. I mean, like that last line was just straight a bar. It was just straight up a bar and there's no getting around it. It's just what it was. Take it at face value. It was a bar. He's got the inflection in his voice. There's emotion there. He's riding the beat. He's comfortable. Scott is comfortable in the booth and it's showing tremendously. It's showing in spades. I don't remember the saying, but it's showing pretty aggressively. He found a rhyme for epoxy that makes sense. That's experience. You aren't looking for a rhyme for a word like epoxy if you're a beginner, you know? Like, you got to have a lot of miles on that pen if you're going to be rhyming epoxy. Not a beginner's rhyme scheme. Also, I feel like the prop budget skyrocketed in this video. I don't know what kind of money he's making from these, but I feel like he's been reinvesting it back into his product. Got the fanny pack. He's got the old school phone. There's new lights rigged up all around the house. He's playing the violin. I feel like the company that he works for like saw his videos and just backed the Brinks truck up to his front door. They're like, do what you want with it. We completely trust your vision. And they should be doing that if they're not. I think the best part of these too is that when he's done making his song and his video, it just cuts to Scottie being an extremely professional realtor.
Walking into the house, you'll notice a beautiful entryway with a closet for your shoes and your coats.
He like finishes rapping an entire song. He's like, okay, we've had our fun. Now let's talk about these California shutters.
California shutters? Yes, please.
That's funny. Like, imagine like Travis Scott finishing filming up a music video. Camera still on him. He's just like, okay, music video's done. All right, I'm going to give you a tour of the studio. Check out the high ceilings. So obviously if you have functioning eyes and ears, you can see and here, I guess, that realtor Scottie H has taken the rap game hostage and is not looking to negotiate any terms as to giving it back. I guess that's kidnapping if there's not really any terms to give him back, but hostage sounded way doper. And as amazing as that is, you always have to look at both sides of these things. You have to be objective. He isn't versatile enough. He's tied down to one genre. He's afraid to branch out musically. This will always be his drawback to critics. I can imagine this weighed on Scottie fairly heavy because he decided to do something about it. What did he do about it? Well, let's see how an artist responds.
The little things. Are you guys hearing this? Feeling the...
Yes, it's Scottie. Here we go. Race Bungie Bungalow. You can call me Scottie Hendo. 4-bedroom bungalow. 3 are up, 1 down below.
Crickets. Absolute crickets from the peanut gallery. Complete silence. Where are you now, critics? Where'd you go? You're not too loud anymore. I'd also be quiet if I had my foot in my fucking mouth. Scottie just put you in a body bag. He toe tagged you. This guy never ceases to amaze me. Just drops the mic and picks up the guitar so seamlessly. He changed up his entire aesthetic too. Before he was rocking like the whole 80s thing with the fanny pack and the bright jackets and the synth music. Now it's all sepia toned. It's gritty. He's got the guitar. He's a new person. He's even changed up his name. He's Scottie Hendo here, and I like that a lot. It's like when Snoop Dogg went reggae and became Snoop Lion, except that was abysmal.
Finished basement et très That's French. Backyard oasis, loving this yard. Pool with slide, wanna cannonball so hard. Schools and melodies, everything's here. Commuters, the highway's quite near.
We've got Scottie on the T-Pain auto-tune now. This is signs of a great artist. Taking from these inspirational and influential musicians and blending them into his own style. They say great artists steal. This feels like a where were you moment for the music industry, and it really scares me that people are just going to sweep it under the rug. That really terrifies me. So, as you can tell, I'm pretty happy I came across Scottie's YouTube channel. I cannot lie to you. Actually, shout out my friend Ethan for sending him to me on Instagram, because that day that he sent that to me is something that will be celebrated going forward. That reminds me, Scottie has an Instagram too. This is the struggle of up-and-coming artists. They have to do the business side of it themselves too, which they don't want to be doing. A lot of them don't want to be doing that. They just want to focus on their music, their art. And I have a funny feeling that Scottie falls into that category of artist. It's very safe to assume that. But you got to do what you got to do. Let's see how he's doing over there on Instagram. That's Instagram in broken English, I guess. I don't know. Big fan of his Insta bio right off the bat. I choose to zig if others are zagging. Scottie despises the beaten path. This guy carves more than Shaun White in his prime. And when I say carves, I mean carves paths. Really took you for a loop on that one. Just wanted to make sure you knew what I was talking about. Now let's see what Scottie's been getting up to on the gram, shall we? I'd like to watch the one that my friend Ethan initially sent me so you can see why I was initially hypnotized. I actually forget what it was, so this is kind of exciting for me in this moment.
26 Moon Street, a timeless estate. What a location, this must be fate.
Oh, he's just up to his usual antics of dominating the music industry. Nothing new then, just another day for Scottie.
Uptown, downtown, and Belmont right there. Love the old homes full of character and flair. Streets like a movie, which is so great. I've got a neighborhood in Honduran land.
Wow, it sounds like I was right about Scottie just wanting to be an artist and hating the business side of this. This sounds like Kurt Cobain wrote it with the shotgun in his lap. He's gone grunge here. By going grunge here, he's tackling another new genre, which I feel like just has to put him into like a higher plane of musician at this point, right? How many musicians have dominated in 3 genres, let alone 1? The versatility on him, something the critics in the peanut gallery said that he didn't have. It's grunge, so it sounds depressing, but it still has that hopeful optimism that Scottie's made a career out of, and he just walks the tightrope so perfectly between the two.
Concept, beautiful place. 26 Moon Street, a timeless estate. What a location, this must be fate. Uptown, downtown, and Belmont right there. Love the old homes full of character and flair.
Love the use of the acoustic guitar in the video too. I personally don't hear it anywhere in the song, but I'm also not going to tell Mozart what instruments he should have in his orchestra. I'll just assume the acoustic has a place on this track that the untrained ear, myself, can't catch. Other than that, his Instagram's mostly previews of his full-length YouTube tracks, but there's also quite a few short-form videos that he's made where he's like behind the scenes, talking the market, it just talking shop, talks market value and all that jazz. He's got the behind-the-scenes videos, the bloopers from the videos. He's just keeping himself real. He's not too high to grab, he's a human being. Yes, he could be an icon. He could be a douchebag if he wanted to, but he's not. He's just Scottie, rock star, kind man, father of 3. Then Scottie actually posted something incredible on his Instagram because it basically explains everything. Because, like, jokes aside, it's not exactly common for your realtor to be making music videos. I don't think that's a stretch to say. Doesn't exactly scream professionalism. But Scottie made an entire song and music video where he's explaining his marketing philosophy, and it actually makes it sound pretty smart.
That passive approach still important, no doubt, but active marketing makes your home stand out. Sign on the ground lets your neighbors know. Being on MLS, another 1,000 or so. Catchy listing video right in the face. 100,000 people knowing that you're selling your place.
He explains, while singing and rhyming, talks about how by making something as unique and unorthodox as his songs and music videos, it's only going to garner more attention for his page, which will garner more attention for his listings that he's trying to sell. There are millions of listings for houses online. How do you make yours stand out? Scottie, I feel weird calling him Scottie. He's a grown man. When I'm not joking around, I feel like I should just call him Scott. Anyways, he also says that by rhyming it and singing it over a catchy hook, that the potential buyers are going to be singing the address of the listing while they're trying to sleep. It'll be caught in their heads, and that's a great point.
Why do I rhyme when I market a listing? Evidence shows it's more memorable and convincing. Catchy hook that gets stuck in your head. Buyers sing your address as they go to bed.
Scott has earned a lot of respect from me, which means nothing, really. I'm just a guy. He understands that marketing matters. It's actually in his Instagram bio, too. He zigs when others zag, but he also thinks marketing matters. And he's just applying his marketing knowledge in an original way, and it seems to be working. I caught wind of him. I'm not looking for houses. I caught wind of him. So it's official. Realtor Scottie H is the greatest musician who's ever lived, and it's not really a debate. Scott, if you're watching this, everything you're doing is phenomenally better than anything other realtors are doing, and that's including HGTV. Those people are just the worst. Those shows suck. You taking the time to write and record a song and then film a music video just for your listing, that's unreal. I think that is so awesome. It also totally just reflects his personality. You can tell that he's probably a guy who doesn't take himself too seriously, which are people I tend to like. So Scottie, let's collab sometime. Let's shake the internet to its fucking core. Let's you and me do that. We have the power. Well, that'll do it for this one. Thank you very much for watching. I'd say I'll make a video sooner than I did this time, but I'm pretty sure I've said that in 7 videos, and I don't tend to listen to myself, so I'm not going to give you false hope. I just have an aggressive lack of discipline, so here's hoping. Here's my plug for this video.
What's up, guys? This is not going to be easy at all. Brad was a chill guy. I fucked with Brad pretty hard, so what can I say about Brad? He was a day one. And when you talk about Brad, sorry, I got upper decker Zinni going there. Let me get that out of there. When you're talking about Brad, anyone here can attest. He never capped. He always kept it 100, He was always for real. He strictly spoke facts, and that's something that you don't always find in a person, but Brad, he lived that.
Give those a follow if you care about me, which I trust you all do pretty intensely, so I would appreciate that. Again, thank you so much for watching. It's Scottie.
It's Scottie.